Hey, this is Skullgirdle. Welcome to my vlog. So today I'd like to talk about being underestimated for the way you look. And I'm quite sure with the people who watch my videos that you are underestimated due to the way you look frequently, if not daily. And my theory on this is it's because other people can't handle the awesome that walks into the room with you. So you are fantastic. This is about them. Last week I had to get some auto repairs done to my poor little baby 11-year-old car. My air conditioner went out and I guess there's one belt. I drive a Honda. They just drive for fucking ever. Repairs are generally not expensive. But I needed a belt cheap, and the air conditioning I thought needed to be touched up or I had a leak because I had this done last year. And so I go to Google, which I love and adore, and I find a 5-star rated mechanic. 5 stars, y'all. 5 stars. I don't know that I've ever seen somebody who had a 5-star rating. And they had more than one rating. I mean, yeah, we've all seen it with one rating. So I called them. And I am able to drop my car off at night, which means I don't have to take any time off work to drop my car off, and that is excellent. So I drop my car off, and like 8:30 the next morning, they're calling me to say that they've gotten the keys and they know which car it is, etc., etc. Then they're calling me at 10 o'clock telling me what they think the problem is and that I do need a new belt. I'd heard that before, but it was Firestone. I don't trust those fuckers. I don't remember what I was at Firestone for, but if they say that it's going to be, you need $8 million worth of repairs, I just leave and go somewhere else. Anyway, so I find out later that they have a problem with the belt and they just can't get it till like 2 o'clock. And they're going to go ahead and fix the air conditioning, and then when they get the belt fixed, that blah, 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 they think I'll have my car that day. I did not get my car that day. It turns out while they were testing the air conditioner by driving my car around to do errands, which I have 175,000 miles on my car, so I don't really mind if there's 3 more miles, but they actually drove it around to test it. That's how good they are, because they wanted to make absolutely certain the air conditioner worked, and it didn't, because the compressor had gone out. If you own a home or a car, you know the word compressor makes dollar signs in the eyes of the person who's working on the house or the car. And you know that it's going to go like this in your bank account. So I had to kind of scramble and come up with $900. Ouch. But that did include the belt, so you know, whatever. Anyway, so I tell them to go ahead and fix this, and they fix it, and they test it, and they promise me the car is going to be cold, which, by the way, absolutely. That air conditioner works better than when I first bought my car in 2005. I know, it's old. I love that car. So I go up, and my friend drives me up in her awesome white minivan, because that's how we roll. You can carry so much shit in a minivan. We go inside. I take the normal amount of shade from the other customer in there, you know. I'm sure you've experienced this. And I wait at the counter for the gentleman who owns the shop, I think, to come and check me out. And by that, I don't mean because I looked awesome, although I did. But, you know, take all my money. I'll be suffering for this one for a little bit. Ouch. I don't know about you guys, but $900 for a repair for me is very expensive, especially considering I had several $1,000s worth of plumbing repairs about 6 months ago, so my savings was depleted because of that. Ouch. Life hurts monetarily. So we get to talking, and I tell him that this was not in the budget because it wasn't in the budget. And he says, oh, because the way you look is what your budget is for? And I'm like, what? No. No. Yeah, great answer, huh? So I did like the #1 thing that doesn't help a situation. I got defensive. I'm still feeling a little bit defensive about this because I didn't properly defend myself, but you know, hey. So I thought that when you're in a situation where something like this happens, And for some people, I know this happens pretty damn frequently, that there might be some better ways to handle it. Obviously, number one is to set somebody straight. If you can do it calmly, do it calmly. Hopefully you don't, become enraged. It depends on how bad it is. But I understand that in life, you don't necessarily have the chance to go, look, motherfucker, no, this is it. I had this, and I had this, and I had this. And no, this isn't in the budget because I have all of these things. So thank you, please just fix my car. We don't always have that opportunity, especially if you're like with coworkers who are just being jerks, or your boss. Sometimes it could be your parents. I mean, we know that shit doesn't work with our parents. So I thought that there are other ways to handle this, because ultimately it's you that you need to take care of and feel better about this kind of bullshit when it happens. Now, I believe that it does happen to just about everybody, but when you look drastically different from the people around you, it is absolutely going to happen, I promise you. Now, I work in IT support, and if you work in that field or you work in some other fields in IT, then you'll understand that just being a woman can cause you to be underestimated. And especially when I was younger, because I specialized in computer hardware and, PC and laptop hardware. This was like 20 years ago, so it was a real long time ago, and women didn't do it. And I was part of an affirmative action hire in one of my jobs. I didn't even know it, but I kicked ass. So there you go. Anyway, so at that actual job with the affirmative action, I would get calls, and I was level 3 support at the time. I was the bitch who could get your shit fixed. And I would get people calling who would ask me for support. They'd have already talked to 2 other levels. What the fuck? Do they think level 3 has their own secretary? No. Frequently, daily. When I say frequently daily, I'm just trying to emphasize how often it happened. And I didn't even understand until I was laughing about it with some of my coworkers who I was friendly with, and they said that that never happened to them. The other things that happened is people would lose their shit on me and start yelling, and that never happened to the guys. So I understand being underestimated very, very well. Now, when it comes to handling it, there are some things that you can do. Like in that customer service situation, for the most part, I couldn't just go off on those customers. So that sucked. So number one of the things that really worked for me, especially in if you work customer service, you're dealing with dicks half the time. I shouldn't say half the time. I actually talked to some really cool, very bright people, and then I talked to some complete fucking belligerent dumbasses. This is for this is just for the people who are condescending and don't think you can actually do your job based on how you look, or sometimes how you sound, because I can sound very young on the phone. Number one, just move on. Just like nothing happened. Just keep on talking. Continue your spiel. Like, can I talk to support, please? You have support. What's your problem? Da 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 da. Many, many times I did that, and ultimately it worked. Number two, this works especially well in a group of, I'll call it your peers. This kind of works in a work situation, but not with your boss, I guess. And that is to give side eye or shade if you're face on when somebody says something. Because somebody says something, oh, I didn't think you'd understand that. You're just like, and the thing is, and then move on with the conversation. Go, oh yeah, I totally understand that. Everybody else in that conversation, they're gonna get it. The person who said it is gonna look like a total fucking asshole because they are an asshole. And you'll be vindicated by the people in that group. I promise you, somebody will come back and say, oh my God, can you believe they said that? Oh, that's so condescending. And vindication is yours. Number three. Make a little comment, just a little nothing. That's something to the tune of, no, I understood what you said. I just thought there was more to it that I might not understand because of the way you said it. This is not the way to go with your boss if you like working that job. Just putting that out there. I am not a licensed counselor or a job hiring expert. Sociologist. So, you know, you can take that just as life experience from me, but that does not work with your job. Something to watch out for that can happen with people who are regularly condescending or jerks is gaslighting. If you haven't heard of gaslighting, then that is where the person who is doing the condescension or sometimes outright abuse turns it back around on you. They'll say, don't be so sensitive, or I was just kidding, or well, if you didn't da-da-da-da-da-da-da, then I wouldn't have to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And we all know that that is bullshit. So please be wary that there are many people out there who will do that and try to make it seem like you are the idiot, not themselves. Please be assured, it's them that's the idiot, not you. But also, watch out for this behavior in yourself. Because if you don't like it being done to you, then why would you want to do it to anybody else? So really, this is all just about kind of handling when people are kind of shitty, but maybe not outright yelling crap at you when you walk down the street, because yeah, that happens too, but that's not really what I'm talking about. And I just want you to understand that it's about them. It's not about you. It's about them. You are wonderful. You are fantastic. And you are exactly who you should be. So hey, thanks for stopping by and listening to me ramble on. I hope you'll come back and watch again. Until next time.